Hello, I'm Einar. I work with pilgrimage, and I also walk as a pilgrim myself. So what in my own experience has been important when I am a pilgrim is one of the things is being out in nature. And I think I'm a quite social person, so I like to meet people, but I think when I'm a pilgrim it's also very good for me to be only in the nature, because the nature doesn't demand a special social phase from me, a special way of being. So it's really a freedom experience for me to see the woods and the trees and perhaps the mountains that don't expect a special way of behavior from me. That's one of the things. And I also meet quite a lot of persons who are pilgrims, and one of the things that has been important for me, especially the last year, is that I've discovered a way of thinking about pilgrimage in our time, in our contemporary lives and societies. And it's actually the World Council of Churches that have developed 3 principles that are important for a pilgrim in our times, and it really talks to me. The first principle is to celebrate the gifts, and then it means for me to celebrate the creation, that I am a part of myself, and my fellow pilgrims are also a part of that creation. And of course also the nature. When I can see the fjord and the light here behind me, I feel very much a part of this celebration of life and the gift of life. Not it's always given to us. And we can see the light coming from reflecting from the water, and all the liveliness that is in this reflection. It tells me something about the beauty of life, and also I think the beauty of God, actually, the creativity of God. So celebrating the life and celebrating the gift is number 1. But number 2 is in this thinking is to visit also the wounds, the things that are not perfect, because we can't pretend that our culture and our own lives always are as we wish them to be. So a true pilgrimage is a traveling, a voyage, a way of walking that do not avoid the difficult parts of life and the difficult parts of contemporary society. So it could mean for me to be willing to dig into the problems I also have met and I meet in life, and to sort of tell an honest story of my personal life, but also an honest story about our cultures. So we know that some of the holy sites in Jerusalem, for instance, are areas that are now very much afflicted of interests, conflicts, even war-like circumstances. So it's not always true that the pilgrimage place is only a peaceful place. I think what is important here is that the presence of the holy could be in also the difficult parts in a culture and in everybody's life. So that was visiting the wounds as an important thing. And number 3, the principle number 3, is to be open for a transformation, a very classical expression in Christian theology and way of living. And transformation means a willingness to change and perhaps to grow in your personal spiritual life, a willingness to learn something new. A pilgrimage is for a person who don't own all the answers on beforehand. So the pilgrim has to and must be open to meet other people's new impulses and also to learn something. And it means to risk something. It's a good risk, I think, because you might not be the same person when you end as you were when you started. So that's transformation, and transformation could also actually means that we also as a collective, as a society, must be willing to change patterns of action, of acting. It could be in the environmental issues, it could be political issues. So it's political conflicts and also political challenges are not immune to the pilgrim experience. So I think a pilgrim experience could also impact, I mean, the way we do our living. Thank you.